Richard W. Deverter,
And where is your hometown? Where did you grow up?
Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Okay. Now, the interesting question is, how did you decide to get in the service? Did you enlist, volunteer, or
I was drafted.
you were drafted?
I was no more than 18 till I was in,
You literally just hit your birthday?
right after my birthday, yes.
And where did they send you for training?
I went to Camp Landing, Florida. Instead of 16 weeks, we only got 12 weeks because they needed people over there.
What did they train you for? What was your specialty job within the military?
Infantry. Yeah.
Was it tough training?
Sometimes, yeah.
What kind of friendships did you make there?
Oh, I had a couple buddies. Oh, it's been so long ago that I don't recall the names anymore.
So, where did your service take you? What places do you recall, especially those that were the most dramatic, the most interesting?
Well, when my basic training was over, I had a furlough. Then when I went back, I was a replacement in the 8th Armored Division. And then from there, we went to New Jersey, and from there, we went across. A French freighter.
What were the accommodations like?
Terrible.
What, did you have bunks? Hammocks?
Hammocks, like.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But then.
So much for your first ocean crossing.
Yeah. Our outfit were the gunners on that ship that we went over, but we zigzagged across the Atlantic Ocean to stay out of the way of Nazi subs. So then we landed in England. Then from there we went from England to France. And
what was your scariest moment? Do you remember really being
scared?
Yeah.
We were scared lots of times. When they started firing them 88s, you want to be scared. Yeah.
Were you injured at all?
No, not me, no.
Wow, that's amazing. Did you get all the way into Germany?
Oh yeah, we went on through Germany. We wound up in Czechoslovakia, through Holland and all those countries. Then we wound up in Prague, Czechoslovakia. The Russians were there too, but when we were there, we were going to get processed to go to the South Pacific, but that war was over, so we came home on the Queen Elizabeth. Some slept inside and slept on the deck. Them Russians, every night, our guys would have a fight with them guys because they were terrible people.
They just were fighting?
Well, we fight, yeah.
How did you communicate? I mean, they didn't speak
English. They were in
English.
the same area we were. Well, see, Russia was right next door to Czechoslovakia.
Did you see any of the prison camps?
Oh, yeah.
Can you share any of those stories?
Well, when we were close to them, you could smell where they burnt these people. You could smell the odor. Yeah. And them guys were skinny as a rail, and they were glad to see us. But yeah, some of them people were so skinny that it wasn't even funny. They didn't feed them.
I mean, how could you talk about that to people back home? Would they even understand?
Oh, some people understood, but them Germans, they weren't nice people. You know, because we took one town, and we were going through this town, and there was another outfit in back of us, and we captured a German officer. So our squad leader said, "Richard, take him back and you'll meet that other outfit coming." So we started out going back, and he was hollering, "Kaputt, kaputt." I said, "Kaputt hell, schnell, schnell." I wanted to get back, but I was by myself and I didn't know what's going to happen. So I made it.
So you learned some German whether you wanted to or not.
Yeah.
Did you bring any souvenirs back?
Oh yeah, I had a German Luger, and I had a P-38, and I had a dagger, and I had a camera, and I had a compass, and I had field glasses.
Interesting. Did you I'm wondering what Germany looked like by the time you left. I mean, those cities must have been just destroyed.
They weren't bad. Her and I went over there after the war, and I was surprised how they built that place up since the war. Yeah,
That's amazing.
yeah.
How did you travel? Did you mark on foot or
Well, we traveled part ways in a half track, and would disembark and go on foot.
Okay, so it was
Yeah,
some riding and a lot of walking.
yeah. But lots of times the tanks were with us too.
So you had some cover then.
Yeah.
What kinds of weapons did you fire?
I had an M1 rifle.
And you had to carry all the ammunition for that.
Oh yeah.
What was it like? I mean, were you weighed down with a lot of...
Well, you had a belt that had ammunition, and then you had bands around your neck that had clips in them, you know. You'd have 2 or 3 clips around your neck, around your shoulder. I mean, you were young and you didn't mind it. I had 2 other brothers, and they were both in World War II. The one just died a couple months ago, and he was 103. They were both in the South Pacific.
You mentioned your book. What does it cover?
It just has on there 49th AIB, and it has the pictures and everything in there, the towns and things we were in and what we did.
Were you in Germany when the war ended?
When it ended over there in Germany.
Yes, yes.
But we were in Czechoslovakia. We
Yeah.
organized to go to the Pacific.
Oh,
And
okay.
then the war was over. We come home in the Queen Elizabeth instead of going there.
I bet you were really glad to do that.
Yeah.
The last thing you needed was to go to the Pacific, right?
Yeah, right. My brothers were there.